All right. We'll be moving to Andrew's Creator Showcase. Do you see it? Yes, that's it. All right. See you there. All right. Then, quick check. Make sure everything's all right. You can if you want. All right. Very good. I don't know how long the panel is going to be. We usually just go for about 50 minutes or an hour. All right. Then we start at about 50 seconds. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Serenity Spring Festival. We'll be showcasing content from Epic Ninja 8. So, hey there, Epic Ninja. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you do? What content you create?
And unmute my mic on my stream. All right. So, hello, I am Epicninja8. I am a Sonic stop motion animator. I have created two series showcasing a unique story that I came up with, just about Sonic fighting a villain of the week, pretty much. So I
Wonderful. What?
go ahead.
No, no, that's it.
Okay. One second, I'm checking. Okay, my stream is still working. All right, so I started back in 2022, um, kind of just on a whim, and it has led me to continue on making series, and I am most proud to show you what I'm working on next, which is Sonic Corruption. Season 3 is my next season of my story. Uh, so I forgot this part. You can follow me on YouTube at Epicninja8, and on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter /X, Epicninja8 underscore. I post sneak peeks. I post funny little shorts of Sonic characters, of audio I find online, and I interact with a lot of fans that way too.
Sweet, wonderful.
So I
I've
have.
seen a few. Oh,
Oh, you know,
sorry.
you go ahead. You go ahead.
I've seen a few of your stop motion stuff, and it's really nice. Really like what you're doing here.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm most excited for my current season 3 of my series because I have started to bring in more voice actors to voice the other characters. For the longest time, I voiced every character, and I did enjoy it, and I had really fun getting to try and expand my vocal range to go higher and lower. Um, Most notably, now I stick to mainly Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles with a few other characters here and there. But I've gotten new people to voice Shadow, Rouge, Silver, Eggman, and most importantly, the next villain of season 3.
All right. Very good. Very good.
So
I have a question. What inspired you to get into stop motion?
that is an amazing question. So stop motion animation has always been one of my favorite forms of media. I can't remember the studio's name, but the people who made Coraline and all those stop motion films, I've always loved watching them. my specific film that they've made that I love and I go back and watch every now and again is Kubo and the Two Strings. That's a fun action adventure movie that they made. Uh, but now for Sonic specifically, um, you'll probably hear this a lot for Sonic stop motion animators specifically, but it is Piplup Fan 77 Sonic stop motion adventures. He is probably the most well known stop motion animator in the Sonic space. And then Super Sonic Boom, his stop motion series was what I watched first that kind of got me into it.
Ah, wonderful. Always good stuff.
So if we, without further ado, I'll go ahead and show. Oh, it's a little off centered, but this is the trailer I made for Sonic Corruption Season 3 that just kind of gives a general idea of what the story will be and kind of build the hype for the series. So without further ado, here we go.
So, who's next? You could try to write me off. Mutation, evil twin, whatever. But the truth is, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog at his full potential.
Please, he can't be that strong.
All hail the king, baby.
Okay, you were right.
It's no use.
I do hope I'm interrupting something.
I'm ending this right now. You think you're the only one with that trick?
So I will say it's not supposed to be in black and white, so that's a oof on me. If you do want to watch the full colored version, it is on my YouTube channel. But that is pretty much just to give a nice general idea of the next season. So next season, I am actually really proud of this. We'll be focusing on Scourge the Hedgehog, which is a very fan favorite from the Archie comics. These are customly made figures by me. On the left is regular Scourge, and on the right is Super Scourge. Both of these figures are using just the normal Jack-specific 4-inch Sonic figure as a base. And then they have custom 3D printed sunglasses for both of them. And the jackets are fake leather, and they're split. It's made of 3 separate pieces, each sleeve, and then like a vest for them to still have the range of motion in their arms.
All right. Really like the look of them, especially the jackets. Kind of like Scourge's, I guess, left arm from his point of view. Kind of gives a little bit of a buff feel to it.
Yeah, and so one thing I kind of like, a happy accident I will say, is regular Scourge's jacket is a lot more loose in the shoulders because I used a different material. And then the Super Scourge, the sleeves are way tighter, and it flares out, so it's like he gained muscle mass, and the energy flowing off of him is keeping the jacket from resting on him. So that was a nice accidental design that happened when I was making it.
Ooh. Sometimes an accidental design can be great. Like some of the best things in life are actually made because of an accident.
Mm-hmm. And one thing so the Super Scourge design, it is kind of my own take on it. I went more with the Sonic Adventure super form look with it, mainly because I had an extra shadow head laying around, and it means I wouldn't have to paint the eyes. So I went with that as a cooler way, as a kind of nod that he's more of a old school Sonic, I'll say.
Sweet. I got another question. Naturally, getting all these figures and then like customizing them must cost quite a bit of cash. How much
So
does it usually cost just to make a figure?
okay, so I'll speak on my customs mainly because so a standard just Jack specific Sonic is like $10. Um, and then so for Scourge, the jacket was $5. I had to cut up a piece of leather. Uh, the paint I already had. I've just bought a set of paint markers. I believe, excuse me, I believe they were like $10 for the whole set, and I used the green for it. Now I will say some of the paint, specifically on the shoes and on Super Scourge, my brother had them and let me use them, so I did not pay for those paint. For this jacket on Super Scourge, it was like $1 for the material, and for the glasses on regular Scourge, it was about $1. The glasses on Super Scourge, I got for free. So now I didn't go out and buy new figures to make these. I actually have plenty of regular Sonics laying around because since Sonic is the main character of my series, the wear and tear on the figure is a lot. So I end up kind of going through them every now and again, and I just keep the old ones until I need either spare parts from them or I want to make a custom figure with them.
Nice, nice. Just wondering, which project of yours have you been the most proud of?
Ooh, okay. I do actually have a clip in here that's kind of my um favorite scene. But I have one more clip I would like to show before that. It's more promotion for Sonic Corruption Season 3, and then I will happily show. I don't so kind of actually answering that. I don't have a favorite project. I like them all, but I do have a favorite scene that I filmed that I'm like really happy with how it turned out. So I'll show that in a second. But here, moving on. So
All right.
this is going to be the intro for the season. Now I will say I'm one thing I like to do is I like finding more lesser known Sonic songs. Um, and this song's particularly is from Secret Rings, but I liked how it sounded, and I was like, "Oh, this sounds really good for a intro." So I'll go ahead and play it.
Well done.
Thank you. So that is it has come to the song is it has come to this from Sonic and the Secret Rings. I believe it is the first Razor Jin fight from the game. I'm not too sure. But I heard it listening to the what I do for when I want to find songs to kind of like fit a scene. I'll pick a specific game and I'll listen to its soundtrack. And then I'm like, "Ooh, I think I can use that one here or I can use it here." And I heard this song and I was like, "Yeah, I got to use that."
Yeah, I remember that song. I believe it has come to this.
Yeah, it's I did use an instrumental version and I did re-edit it a little to kind of better fit an intro, but I the full song is really good.
Oh, I have listened to the full song, and my goodness, it is fun.
Mhm. I do think Secret Rings has a pretty underrated soundtrack. A lot of the stage themes are my favorite from the soundtrack is Let the Speed Mend It. That's a good one I find myself listening to quite often.
That's also another banger.
So I believe. Oh, did not mean to start it again. So this is more kind of promo stuff I was doing in the build up for Sonic Eruption Season 3. And it is trading cards of the characters. So these are the first 8 that I've made. Kind of wanted to get the main people that the season will be focusing on a little out of the way, and I'm going to start making more of the more like SBO Rouge and get them cards made. It's just I found a template which is Sonic's, which is blue, and then I've had to color correct it to the specific character or apply a filter for it. So what I've loved doing, I plan on maybe one day getting these made into like physical cards and either selling them or handing them out at a convention or giving some away.
It's kind of funny because because my next question was actually going to be asking about the cards, and you beat me to it.
Yeah, so I can't remember if I saw someone made something similar, but I love trading cards, and I collect Pokemon cards, and I was really happy when the Secret Layer Magic cards for Sonic came out. I quickly bought them, and so I was like, oh, I gotta find a way to like make, if it was a game, what could I do that would make it? So obviously, looking at it, each character has 4 stats, and it's speed, power, flight, and then for unique to my series is very heavily inspired by Dragon Ball. So I kind of have it to where they can all do energy blast attacks, and I just call it Chaos Energy. So that the Emerald represents their proficiency with said energy usage. So like Tails is very not skilled with it. Knuckles is more in the middle ground. Shadow being maxed out, and of course Super Sonic being beyond maxed out.
All right, that makes sense. When I first saw the cards, they did kind of remind me of the cards that you would see in Sonic Battle when you were equipping Emerald with different abilities. Was there any inspiration from that?
You know what? You're right. I knew it had to come from somewhere, and yeah, it's Sonic Battle. I was like, there's no way I just came up with like Sonic trading cards and like a unique system for it. Well, unique system in quotations, but yeah, Sonic Battle was it. Once you mentioned it.
I had a feeling.
That game, unfortunately I haven't been able to play it, but I've watched so much gameplay of it. I'm surprised we haven't gotten another Sonic fighting game, actually ever.
Don't worry, the fans are taking care of that.
Oh yeah, I saw the I think it's Sega versus Capcom. That looks fun.
I think there's also another one called Sonic Showdown.
Oh yeah, I did see that. And there's always Sonic the Fighters.
And of course.
All right, I think. So yes, going back to that question earlier, this is from episode 16 of season 2 of Sonic Eruption. This is my segment. This is one of my favorite things I filmed. Obviously, kind of ripped out. It won't make too much sense, but it's I enjoy it, and it was a scene where I got to go pretty hard with my animation, but I also got to scream into my microphone, which I found made the scene just way better. So I'll go ahead and give this one a nice play.
Now what will you do when you're clearly outmatched?
You really don't see it, do you?
See what?
See how outmatched you really are.
No way. What?
Do you see it now? Pathetic. Even with the strength of someone else, you still couldn't win. Chaos Unleashed! I'm ending this now!
Oh, what happened?
Say goodbye to what little life you had! This is my ultimate attack! Chaos Blast!
Yeah, so that I really love specifically when Shadow is charging up his blast and then just yells Chaos Blast. I just love how it turned out. Another thing I will say is that you notice Shadow had his Doom Wings. What I really do is I may not necessarily follow the Sonic's canon, like Shadow getting Doom powers from Black Doom, but more of that's like a Chaos Unleashed form, as they I believe Project 06 gave them. So that's kind of my way of showing that.
That makes sense. And I do love how you did include like the removing his rings
Mm-hmm.
from there. The resistor rings, I believe they're called, or the
Yeah,
restrainment rings, I should say.
yeah. I that's one of my favorite kind of shots to do, and it's really fun how I have to film that because the Jack specific figures, their arms can't cross their chest very well, and they don't have bend in the elbows. So what I have to do is I take off the hand of Shadow, whichever one's not on camera, and I put it on a different Shadow figure, and I take the head off that figure, and then that's the arm you see come in the frame.
Oh
So it
yeah, I did notice that.
so it's a one of those funny things. Like kind of pulling back the curtain is that you, if you were looking over my shoulder, you would see Shadow, his hand up, and then me holding another Shadow figure off camera, slowly inching his hand towards where it blocks the ring fully, and then pulling it back where it comes off.
Nice.
Oh, so another, this is kind of more just kind of about my channel, is one thing I like to do is I do live stream every now and again. Some people are currently watching this presentation on YouTube. Hello, you guys. So I stream not often, but every now and again when I have free time. Mostly what I do is I like to be building something. So these two streams in the middle, we are two Lego Sonic Racing and we are Lego Sonic Racing. Those are me building the Lego Sonic sets from January that came out. Chill stream, I'm building another Lego set, and then building something isn't quite Lego is building that Squirtle. I think it's like Mega Constructs. I'll occasionally do some live reaction stuff, but mostly I focus on just building Legos.
Good. What has been your favorite Lego set to build?
Oh, okay. So it's not one I have filmed personally, but back in, I believe, 2014, for Christmas, I got this really expensive Lego Ninjago set. The Battle for Ninjago City, I believe, is what it is called, and it's this nice giant temple. A really awesome set. I wish I still had it assembled today, but that's probably it was also my first set that I ever got that was over $100. So that set was one of my favorites.
Dang, that must have been expensive.
Yeah, I think it was at the time. I think it was like $120, which was usually what the big Lego sets fall around back then. But now they've gotten a lot more expensive. So I tend to buy smaller sets, whatever the cheapest sets I can to get the characters I want.
Indeed. I was actually kind of falling out of Lego at some point, but then they announced a bunch of Sonic sets, and I'm just like, just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
Yeah, when they I unfortunately missed out on getting him the Lego Sonic figure from Lego Dimensions. And then when they had the Green Hill idea set for Classic Sonic that came out, I was going back and forth like, should I buy this? Should I buy this? Should I buy this? I want to buy it. And then I saw that they announced that they were doing an official set theme, and I was like, I can hold out till they do that. And then the first wave, I want to say about 3 sets to get the Eggman, Sonic, Tails, and Amy figures that they had. And then
Ooh, nice.
the next wave they had Knuckles, Rouge, and Shadow. I was like, man, they're gonna make me buy 2 more sets. And then they made the super forms, and then they made Metal Sonic, and then they made silver, and I was like, okay, just make like one giant set, please.
Please. So many sets.
I,
My
I
wallet can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, I will say though, it was nice. They initially put Supersonic in a like $100 set, and it just came with regular Shadow. I was like, I want the Supersonic, but $100 for one figure, I can't do that. And then the next wave literally had the Bio Lizard versus Supersonic and Super Shadow for like, I think it was like $40. I was like, okay, I'm buying that set.
Ooh, good price on that.
Oh yeah, it was one. It's a great set because I mean it's you can recreate the final boss for Sonic Adventure 2, and I was like, that's crazy that they actually made a set off of it.
They'll make plenty of sets off of anything. I remember a toy set for, of all things, the Death Egg heart from Sonic 4 Episode 2. And I'm like,
Oh, oh
what?
yeah, that I did see that. I was like, oh, I should get that just to have like the Death Egg as a thing for my stop motions. But when the time I decided to finally like pull the trigger and buy it, I couldn't find it anywhere.
Oh,
But I do have the Death Egg robot set they made, and then I think it's the Egg Hammer that they released last year, and those are great sets, well play sets to have.
one set that I was really happy actually got made was a Stardust Speedway set. And I'm like, they're finally doing it. They're finally making a toy set off of my favorite zone ever.
Mm-hmm. I have the Green Hill Zone one they made, and I wanted to get the Studiopolis one, but I could never find it, and that's really sad.
I mean, to get the Flying Battery one, but again, I haven't exactly been able to find it.
They also did they did Oil Ocean, I believe. They did one based off that too. I think that's one of
Oh,
the more.
yeah.
I think that's one of the more recent ones.
Actually leads into a my next question. Is there a toy set, be it Lego or not Lego, that you would love to see get made?
Ooh, that is. I would really love Jack Specific to kind of make a Master Emerald Shrine playset. I would prefer if they made it for the 4-inch figures, since that's mostly what I collect. And I think it would just be a cool like centerpiece for display. And if it can have a place to put all the Chaos Emeralds too, that would be amazing. I think that would be impossible to find because it's just so cool. Yeah, that's definitely what it would be.
Come on, Jax. You know we want it. I mean, you put up the Tails doll, which I still haven't been able to find that.
I haven't
Walmart, get on that.
I haven't been able to find it either, but I saw that was something out of left field. I was not expecting to get product. I was never expecting an actual Tails doll to be made, and then they did it.
Indeed. I want to talk about your Twitter banner for a bit.
Oh.
About Goku getting hit by a Beyblade.
So yeah, he's referring to this picture up here in the right corner where I'm too lazy to make any fun now. So that is a picture. So my friend who's watching this live stream, he'll know what this is. So that is from a joke series I did in my private Discord server with my friends, where I called it was called Beyblade Versus, and it was pretty much just a Beyblade versus Goku, and I would use these poorly photoshopped images of a Beyblade just like over some Dragon Ball Z character punching Goku, or him like or Goku punching the Beyblade. There's a whole set of images, but this one particularly is from the Frieza saga, and it's Frieza throwing a punch, but you don't see his fist, so you just see the lines. I was like, oh, this would look good, so I put the Beyblade over the impact, and it just looks, as you can tell, it just looks amazing. And I use it anywhere I can. This is one of my favorite images I've made. But yeah, it's a great picture.
Oh, I love it.
Right.
Oh my god, that looks hilarious.
I believe. Yes. So this is from my last stop motion video I made. This was a I've always wanted to do a racing episode, but I could never find a way to fit it into my story where it would just not seem like out of left field. And in between seasons, I was like, oh, this is the perfect time. So I used also the Lego sets that Jack Specific just made, along with some other Lego cars that I was able to pick up. And it's a great video if you want to go watch it. It's like 8 minutes long. This is only a small snippet of it, but this is the ending where I take inspiration from three different movies slash TV shows. Cars is one of them. Just the whole. I'm a big Cars fan. It's what my mom put on to get me to go to sleep. The Speed Racer movie from 2008, I believe. I just love
The Wachowski brothers.
That movie is just such a surprisingly good movie. The visuals are dated, yes, but they look amazing, and I can overlook it. And then, if you've heard of it, it's called Hot Wheels Acceleracers. It was a small series on Cartoon Network back in 2005, and it's a great watch if you're able to find it.
I think we were watching the Hot Wheels anime show that came out before that.
Oh, World Race.
I think it was World Race. I know that the mechanic who works on the cars ended up making his own car that I think was meant to be like duck themed.
I'm trying to think
of who that.
I'm trying to think of who that is, but I'm drawing a blank. But without further ado, let's go ahead and watch this clip. I think it's about a minute or so.
Okay, Metal Sonic. Let's see what you've got. At this rate, I won't pass him. Yeah, whatever. Watch this.
Take this.
Nope. Only one racer will be able to pass through this obstacle. Seriously, Tails? This is how your big race is gonna end? Of course he put a ramp there. Race is over. Almost there, just gotta hold out a bit longer. You're not winning this race. Too easy.
Yeah, so very heavily inspired by the final ending of Cars 3 for when he jumps over when Cruz jumps over, I think it's Jackson Storm. That I was like, oh, I gotta have Sonic like jump over metal, like that would be cool. But yeah, that's a great Lego stop. It's my first actual Lego stop motion I've made, and it's a great watch if you want to watch the full episode. There's more than just Sonic and Metal Sonic in it. I have Shadow, I have Eggman, Knuckles, Tails, Amy. Actually, Tails is more of just the commentator over the race. Oh, and Rouge. That's who it is. And then it's a great. So I recommend go give it a full watch if you want. It's a. But I really love how it turned out. I think. Let me see. What do I have? Okay, that's just another video. So I'll do that. But yeah, so I do want to make more Lego stop motions because Lego is such a good way to start. If you're ever looking to start stop motion, I do recommend starting with Lego because of how what Lego is. It's really good to have characters not have to worry about balancing characters as much. So
indeed.
Yeah,
I do have another question though.
Yeah.
Is there any other franchise that you want to do like stop motion stuff with other than Sonic and Lego?
Okay, yeah, that's a great question. So I do collect a lot of Dragon Ball figures and Star Wars figures, and they appear more as cameos in the background of my stop motions. Like I'll just have Goku and Vegeta standing off in a corner just watching whatever's going on. But a series that I would kind of probably do is a Dragon Ball stop motion. I have quite a few Dragon Ball, lots of the different forms. And I use actually the first stop motions I made for my YouTube channel before I truly just decided to pivot to Sonic were 3 Dragon Ball stop motions. They're still on my channel. They're buried. They're far down there, and they're some of my most early work. So they're a little rough. They're back when I filmed on the floor of my room. Now I have a table.
Sweet. So, just wondering about this next video you want to show.
Yeah, so this is so I will preface this video I made in one night from like 11 o'clock to like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning, fully edited, fully everything because I knew exactly what I would do. This is using 2 custom stuff I bought 4 figures. You can probably tell. So this is a custom Sir Gawain action figure, and then back here is a custom Sonic in the Black with his gauntlet and Caliburn. So this is recreating the cutscene / fight with Sir Gawain. So I'll go ahead and give it a watch.
I don't suppose you're gonna let me by. Ha! You look just like this knucklehead I know.
Ho! You dare mock Sir Gawain, Knight of the Round Table? An act most unwise, my friend.
Wait! I'm not trying to pick a fight with you. I was heading to a cave to save some people from a dragon.
Ah! You cannot fool me with your lies. No doubt you're after the dragon's treasure.
Oh, man. You sound just like that knucklehead, too.
You have defied King Arthur. This place shall be your grave. To lose to a mere apprentice, I have been disgraced. Only death can remove this stain upon my honor.
Give me a break. What's up with all this drama?
Silence! Silence, I say! A knight who fails their king is unfit to live.
Isn't there more to being a knight than just serving a king?
Huh?
I'm out of here. People to save, you know.
Yeah, so that was Sonic and the Black Knight is one of those games where it's just like such a cool concept that you can't hate it. And I want to get more custom figures from the Black Knight series so I can make more of the remake their fights. And I added the reason the actual fight is so short is because that's actually probably how long the actual fight lasts if you know anything about the game. I do love how it turned out, and I just used the cutscene audio. That way, it was easier to kind of sync. It was easier to get out quicker.
All right, good. Speaking of voice acting, who do you get to do voices for your videos?
So that is a great question. I kind of, at the moment, I don't necessarily go out asking people. I have reached out to some people saying, hey, would you be interested in doing so-and-so character? Specifically, the voice actor I have doing Scourge in my upcoming series. He's the only person, actually, no, he's one of the 2 people I've reached out to. The other people have actually, they've approached me asking if they can. So I don't necessarily, I'm kind of bad at typing, or not, no, let me rephrase that. It's harder for me to kind of make a connection with people over chat. I prefer doing it in person. And most of the people I have now doing voice work for me, I met and became friends with when I went to Sonic Expo last year.
Well, that makes it pretty helpful since you can always go to your home. They can record there. That way, you already have the audio recording right there and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of the people they just record it on whatever equipment they have, and they'll send me the files either through Discord or through an email. But yeah, they I don't have I don't go out and ask people. I'm trying to build up the confidence to do that more because I would like to get more people to voices. But right now I have a good amount, and I'm looking to grow it in the future.
Wonderful. Speaking of Sonic Expo, what was your experience like at Sonic Expo when you went there?
Uh, Kind of eye opening. I always knew Sonic had a huge presence in people, but I never to the extent I understand it. Like I've been a Sonic fan my entire life, and for the most part, I was like the only person who liked Sonic, and that I knew of. And obviously, watching videos online, I knew there were other people obviously fans of it and the games and whatnot. But Sonic Expo kind of opened my eyes. I'm like, wow, there's a whole like I thought there was a lot less Sonic content creators out there because I just never saw them. And then I got to meet so many of them and befriend them, and I was like, wow, I'm in something way bigger. Because for the longest time, I felt like I was out on my own, not like in a bad way. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do my own thing, and if other people watch it, that's great. But I'm here to watch it for myself. It's my hobby, and then going to Sonic Expo, meeting all these other people, just as much enthusiastic about Sonic the Hedgehog. I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah, honestly, it's one of the reasons why I joined Sonic Revolution, although I've never actually been to the in-person event, although I hope to someday.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I want to start being more active in uh community events like that. So I'm like, actually, that's one of the reasons, kind of why I'm here. Is I saw a lot of the creative friends I made that they were all posting about having a panel here. I was like, oh, this is interesting, and I got in touch and I reached out. I was like, hey, what's this about? I asked questions, and next thing I know, I'm here.
Sweet. Is there any other Sonic convention or just convention in general that you would like to attend at some point or have already attended?
So I am not a huge convention fan. Sometimes large crowds are overwhelming, and I just need to not be near people. I would like to go to maybe like a nostalgia con, I believe is what it's called. I think that one seems interesting. But for the most part, I'm just gonna probably stick to going to Sonic conventions. I would like to go to Sonic Expo Atlanta, and I believe I think it's like Sonic Boost Con or something over in California. I would like to go to those, but unfortunately, I don't have that much money to go across the country in so close together.
Uh, that's fair enough. Honestly, things are just getting ridiculously expensive nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I think.
I don't suppose.
Did not mean to say. Oh, okay. So that was the last video. That was the last video I had, and I was just gonna be like, oh, for the last few minutes, I can answer just questions. So.
Oh, okay. Well, do you plan on getting any figures from the Sonic films and using them for any projects?
Okay, so that's an easy question. So I do actually have all the figures from that Jack Specific made for Sonic 3. I have I have Super Sonic, regular Sonic, the Super Shadow and regular Shadow, the Knuckles, and the two Tails variants where he's not got a Chow head on his head. And I have the Eggman. Now for plans on using them in videos, at the moment there are none. Uh, Typically I'm just trying to stick to my series filming my series. So there's not really too much space for them. I try and squeeze in like the Jack specific classic Sonic anywhere I can, just kind of as a different version of Sonic in like some alternate universe or whatnot. Movie Sonic, I would like to at some point remake the Super Sonic versus Super Shadow fight from Sonic Movie 3 at some point, but at the moment, I do not have plans to do so.
All right, then. Fair enough. Is there any figures that you have sold at some point that you regret selling?
So I'm smart. I have not sold any of my Sonic figures that I've currently bought. None of the Jets. I've not sold any of them. Mainly because a lot of the ones I buy, instantly I'm going to start trying to find a way to get them into a video. And if I'm able to buy a second one, I will keep it sealed until the figure I have breaks. So, for example, I have Neo Metal Sonic is one of the kind of grails of the Jack specific line. And I do have two of them, one sealed and one opened. Now, I will say I have regrettably broken some action figures that I regret breaking, mainly all my old Jazzwares figures that I got back in the day, mainly because they're just so expensive now.
Oh, God, these prices, they just hurt my heart
Yeah,
and my wallet.
I will say I have been lucky when it comes to Jazzwares. A local resale shop near me has sold me a 3-inch Supersonic, the Superposer Silver, and then the 6-inch Werehog, each for $2, which are just steals.
Dang. Wish I went to that store.
Oh yeah, I hope they have more, but so far they have not.
Indeed. Well, we still got 5 minutes, so I guess we can answer maybe one or two more questions.
Okay.
I guess any future plans, whether it be projects or anything else.
I mean, I have some. I've kind of have a majority of season 3 for Sonic Corruption planned out. Mainly just kind of main story beats I want to hit. The finale I've thought about the most, uh, and I'm if I could speed up time, I'd skip right to when the finale is done to watch it. But at the moment, I have to film a whole series. I will say though, to those of you who are huge fans of my series and are desperately waiting for episode 1 of season 3 to come out, I do have some good news. I've received a majority of the lines from the other voice actors, and I've put them into the series or into the episodes, and I just need to finish up some of my lines that I need to record and do the editing, and the episode is done. So it is mostly there. So you will the wait is getting shorter and shorter.
Indeed. We got somebody in the chat. Apologies if I butcher your name. Dimitrios Papa Gainis asks, will you use the collector edition figures in the Sonic stop motion ever again?
At some point, yes. So the I do being able to use the collector's edition Shadow in the Werehog fight was awesome because that I like being able to swap out the hands. Um, I would like to use Sonic. I just have to use them in specific scenes where you won't see any other characters, and particularly while I was. What's nice is the Jazzwares 6-inch Werehog scales perfectly with the collector's figures, so that was a nice even balance. So at some point, yes, I will use them, but they will be used uh, sparingly.
All right. There is another question in the chat, although I think this one's already been answered earlier. Will we be seeing a trailer for Sonic Corruption?
Uh, yes, I already have dropped the trailer. It's on my YouTube channel right now. I probably won't post the intro as a separate video, mainly because I may post. I may not. I haven't actually decided yet. But yeah, it's if you want to rewatch it in full color this time, the video is up on my YouTube channel.
All right. Very good. I think that's going to pretty much Oh, apparently Jazz Sonics has one final question. Oh, I know. I meant if there will be any other news or teasers.
Oh, okay. So I will probably be releasing some screenshots from the episode relatively soon. I usually do that once I have all the voice lines done. Um I will say the set design, I like one of them a lot that I made. Particularly it's a museum. If give you guys some hints, they will be going to a museum. What they will find there, you'll have to wait and see. But I do like how the set turned out because I got to fill it with a few references and whatnot.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to it. Anywho, I think that's going to be it for the panel for today. Epic Ninja 8, do you have any closing thoughts?
Thank you guys for turning out. I haven't gotten a chance to look at either the Discord chat or really much the YouTube chat. Looking over there, it says we have 9 concurrent viewers on YouTube, so that's usually my average, and that's really awesome. Thank you for listening if you're in the Discord and on the YouTube live. I appreciate you guys turning out, and I enjoyed answering your questions. Yeah, thank you guys for hearing me talk about my stuff for the past hour.
Thank you very much for joining us, Epic Ninja 8.
No, thank you.
And we will be concluding it here. I'd like to thank everybody for coming by to listen to this, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Serenity Spring Festival. Goodbye.
Bye.